I am Dr. Kamran Golmohammadi, a preventive medicine specialist with Interior Health. My role is medical health officer.
So why does Interior Health go ahead and firstly issue any kind of water advisory?
When there is any concern with the quality and safety of the water, all health authorities, including Interior Health, issue water advisories and notifications.
And that just helps the public, I guess, alert them to the fact that something might be going on with the water.
That's correct. So depending on the nature of the concern, there are different types of advisories and notification we issue.
And I think what can be a little bit confusing for folks is when to boil water and not to boil water. A water quality advisory doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has to boil water, right?
That is correct. So there are three types of advisories and notification that health authorities across BC issue. The highest level of advisory and notification is do not use or do not consume, where the concern and risk with the water is so high and the nature of it in a way that boiling will not address the issue. Therefore, we advise the communities affected to not use that water or consume that water. The second type that is also sometimes be used is the boil water notification. So basically what we do with or boil water notice in short. So boil water notice is that when we have a very high risk of contamination with pathogenic microorganisms, that we recommend boiling water for the community members. That means they need to boil water for 60 seconds at least to bring the water temperature to rolling for 60 seconds, and then that will kill all the potential contaminants that might be bacteria, parasites, or virus.
So if there's a water quality advisory, should anybody consider boiling their water when that type of notice is out?
That's an excellent question. So when it comes to water quality advisory, so this is an advice then, we have, depending on the nature of the concern with the water, sometimes it is related to, again, pathogenic microorganisms, and sometimes it is not. But generally speaking, for the majority of the population, the level of risk is low, and it's a precautionary. That means that all people who are involved with drinking water treatment and maintenance, as well as the health authorities and environmental health officers, are closely working together and monitoring the situation. So to give you an example, there are also other circumstances that go beyond pathogenic microorganisms that we are also issuing water quality advisory. That is when the existing minerals in the water or the chemical ingredients that normally exist in water slightly increase and go beyond our maximum acceptable concentration. That means that in short term or in few days, use of the water may not influence the health and well-being of the users, but we issue that advice to let them know that it is slightly increasing, and we will continue to monitor and communicate the information. Now, related to back to the water quality advisory with pathogenic microorganisms, it is most commonly and particularly at this time of year, it is related to the freshet, or what we know as the snow tying, that brings the water turbulence so high, and the surface water sources have high turbidity. That is a source or potential possibility of increasing the risk of pathogenic microorganisms being hidden in those silt or particles that are floating in the water. That does not necessarily mean that that water has the bacteria, but again, it's a precaution that we inform everybody, and we intensify our monitoring.
So, if there's a water quality advisory like the one in Kelowna right now, does that mean a certain age demographics perhaps should take precautions? Maybe.
Right. So, anytime we are concerned with any sort of environmental risk or exposure, there are certain groups of population that are more vulnerable. Those are the two extremes of age, the older adults, and at the same time, we are also concerned of newborns. These are people that are have less capacity and tolerance to deal with potential risks and hazards. Same goes with people with chronic conditions that again are slightly at higher risk for being exposed to these potential risks.
But it doesn't hurt to boil the water if you're concerned, right?
That's an excellent observation. So if the concern with water quality advisory is related to pathogenic microorganisms, yes, boiling will remove that. But if it is referring the water quality advisory simply by to the minerals existing in the water, of course, then boiling will not address the issue. So it depends on the nature of the issue. That's why when we issue those advisories and notifications, we provide also instructions. We provide what is the nature of the risk that we are concerned.
So if people want any kind of information, Interior Health, I imagine, has a website people can look at.
Absolutely. So Interior Health has a website that always we have a list of active advisories and notifications across interior region of BC, as well the municipalities and drinking water operators closely work with the Interior Health officers and also actively inform their communities. Sometimes even in circumstances that are emergencies, they, in small communities, we have noted they are so dedicated, they go knock on door by door or call their community members, particularly in smaller communities, to make sure that everybody is aware of the circumstances.